If power is abused, defy. If speech is silenced, speak. If a law is unjust, resist. I woke up this morning to hundreds of comments and messages regarding some posts I made yesterday. I was explaining to people the authority that local law enforcement has versus federal law enforcement, sharing a little knowledge from my background as a Border Patrol agent, understanding of the law. What surprised me was an overwhelming response of people saying, yeah, but they're breaking the law. Yeah, they don't care about the law. My message today to you is arm yourself with knowledge. That knowledge should drive your courage to resist. Resistance right now is probably the #1 most important thing that we as Americans should be doing. But do you understand what resistance really means? It's not just what you see in the movies with people running around like the Wolverines causing havoc. First and foremost, it's your understanding and knowledge of who we are as Americans. And it's absolutely not what Donald Trump is selling. Read a little history, read the Declaration of Independence, read the US Constitution. They're not long documents. Find inspiration from battles that were fought in the past, social justice movements, the Civil War. Understand who we are as a people and let that fuel you. On top of that, understand what the current laws are before they change. You've heard this before. People are saying it all over online. Do not comply. That's what that means. It means if you understand what the law is and somebody is breaking that law, do not comply. Your single act of resistance will inspire others to resist and not comply. That's how we defeat this authoritarian movement en masse. If we stand by and comply with these unlawful orders, these perversions of justice, we will end up in an authoritarian state. Without a doubt. Remember some important facts. Donald Trump barely won this election. He's saying he didn't. The numbers show that he barely won this by 1%, 1.5%. He only got about 30% of the total vote. Kamala got the other 30%, and then 40% sat on their ass. And even amongst the people that did vote for Donald Trump, the number of people that are with him in the authoritarian movement is still a minority. Most people were just duped. I tell you that to empower you and to remind you, you are not in the minority. The minority right now, a very small minority, is trying to push this authoritarian movement on the rest of us. Resistance is not just about action. It's about mindset. It requires persistence, courage, and an understanding of history and the law. Authoritarianism relies on fear, apathy, and division. I am not talking about some sort of armed resistance, guys. Very seldom and in rare situations does it have to resort to that. Did women win the vote by taking up arms? No. Were civil rights won through violence? No. First and foremost, it takes courage. And what I'm trying to tell you is that you have to find that courage. Personally, I find courage in knowing I'm just, righteous. When I see acts going against that, that's what drives the courage. It empowers me to get up, to get in front of a camera, for example, and share my ugly mug with everybody. I'm just a regular old dude, minding my own business like most of you. Living check to check, making mistakes, doing my best to get by. But I recognized something when Trump came into power. And over the years, watching that grow motivated me to the point where I felt I had to do something. Right now, this is what I'm doing. But it doesn't stop there. It shouldn't stop there with you either. Right now, you might just be scrolling. Tomorrow, hopefully, you're in front of the camera. And after that, you and I are locked arms in protest. Tens of thousands of people flooding the street during ICE raids, for example. Decide how you're going to act and do it. Do something. Be outraged when you see the government taking liberties away from people unjustly. Don't let the law be your moral compass. Throughout history, many injustices were legal. I'll give you an example. Criminalizing people coming into this country without inspection to make their lives better and the lives of all of us better with their effort is unjust. Anybody that uses the argument, yeah, well, they should have come here legally, are wrong. Just because it's legal doesn't make it right. Remember, tyranny only thrives and survives when people comply. Do not comply. Knowledge is your weapon, truth is your shield, and courage wins the day. Resistance isn't just fighting back, it's standing up. It's refusing to be silent. It's knowing that courage is contagious. So let me leave you with this. If speech is silenced, speak. If power is abused, defy. If a law is unjust, resist.